This storm runoff near Boulevard is low now, but yesterday water was gushing through here, causing part of this road to be washed away. Minnewaska State Park receives about 300,000 visitors each year, even if you can't get here for the dinner. There are still plenty of volunteers who will bring the food to you. And if you find yourself having to deal with the snow, employees at Herzog's Home Center in Kingston say they have the supplies you need. And to get the job done, the county had all 46 of its plow trucks out getting the roads clear. Back to you guys in the studio. From the afternoon.
And can I tell you that weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning.
Into the night.
How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
The community came together to honor Kareem Meeks, Jonte Clark, and Dante Crump of Kingston, and Adam McQueen of Ulster Park, the four men who were killed in a crash in Saugerties Wednesday.
Be there for people and show people that, you know, you're not the only one that's hurting.
From family,
I always knew if I had any issues, I could go to my big brother.
To city officials.
These were good young men who were on their way to doing good things for this community.
The goal was to honor the men who loved ones say were passionate about life and had everything to live for. Community members say the four men were coming home from work at Hits before the crash.
They were all excited about being productive.
And now the hope is that the community will continue to lean on one another in a time of mourning as they cherish the memories of the four beloved men who died.
You know, everybody's grieving, everybody's having a hard time with this.
2, 1.
To me, that was peace. You know, that was a sign that they're in God's hands, you know.
Candace, Dunkley, Time Warner Cable News. The owners of Gabby's Cafe in Ellenville started working on expanding even before they heard about the Neville proposal. But the owners say they poured more of their resources into the location across the streets when they heard a casino could be coming to the area.
We still have to, keep going. We still have to, keep working.
Co-owner Renato Garcia says he will continue working on building a new restaurant across the street in the midst of a struggling economy. Wawarsing Town Supervisor Leonard Distel feels his pain.
I supervisor the town, and the anticipation of something big coming in, and this was big, and then to more or less get slapped in the face by the Gaming Commission.
Distel says the town is looking for a plan B, trying to find ways the 540 acres at the old Neville Country Club can be used to attract thousands of people without a casino.
We have some ideas for the Neville. We will be discussing them with the town board.
Ellenville Wawarsing Chamber of Commerce President Dr. Mark Kraft says the town of Wawarsing already has great features to draw people in. The chamber is working to get funding to create a video to attract people to the area.
We have some great restaurants now. We have a wonderful theater, and our downtown, you look at it, there's been investment there, and that's encouraging.
A part of that downtown is Gabby's Cafe, and co-owner Renato Garcia just hopes Albany has not forgotten about his community.
What's going to happen with the small business people? What's going to happen with all those empty stores that we have in Ellenville? Who's going to come and invest and why? I hope they have a plan B for us.
Candace, Dunkley, Time Warner Cable News. It's hard not to be inspired.
To be standing where they stood while they created, some of the most significant music of our generation.
When you're playing in the same house where Bob Dylan and the band played in 1967.
It was a time they were able to get off the road and just relax and let songs come to them.
Welcome to Big Pink.
I've had people come and kiss the ground.
After a motorcycle crash, Dylan, at the peak of his popularity, disappeared from the public eye to this house in the town of Saugerties.
Trying out different things and relax kind of fashion.
Where he wrote and recorded demos that would come to represent the next phase of his career, while establishing the band as its own folk musical force. The house is filled with history.
Go sit by the window and look out when you're writing. I'm pretty sure that's one of the spots that he would have written. This is the spot where Bob Dylan, the band, in 1967 recorded.
Don LaSala and his wife Sue bought the historic house in 1998. Over the years, they've had visitors from all over the world. Just last year, they started renting the main and top floors for a rate of about $650 per night.
You come back here, you're just living at the place in the same way that those guys did.
While the music was officially released almost a decade later as the Basement Tapes, the basement isn't actually a part of the house rental. Sometimes the LaSalas will make exceptions for special events, and that includes Big Pink socials.
We decided let's call up local musicians and sometimes feature somebody who's not well known.
To be a part of that vibe, to feel that vibe and have it resonate as we play, it's inspirational.
For Explore New York, Candace Dunkley, Time Warner Cable News.